crafters, welcome to the Crafty Corner. I'm Miss Lisa for the Fayette County Public Library, and I've got a craft for you today. Go ahead and grab all your craft supplies. Make sure you've picked up a packet from the library, and we are going to make a little spot of kindness. He's so cute. He sort of looks like a little monster, but he doesn't have to look like a monster. He can just be a little thing to remind you to be kind. All right, in the packet, you are going to get a plain white sheet of paper so you can make eyes. You're going to get a be kind smile. Some of them are cut out, some are not. And you are just going to get a plain piece of paper that already has the circle and the arms and the legs on it. So you're going to need some scissors and some markers, and that's all you're going to need today. All right, and glue, of course, always glue. So on here you have the circle, arms and legs. So the first thing we need to do is get all of our pieces. So we're going to cut around this big giant circle, which could be called a dot or a spot. Okay. It is very important for us to be kind, and this is one way that will help remind you to be kind. If you have this little spot of kindness hanging on your refrigerator or in your room or on your door. So the arms are the little shorter ones, and the legs are going to be a little longer. Both of them have like little knobs on the end. Now we have several kindness books at the library that you can check out to go with this craft. One is simply just called Be Kind, and the other one is the Kindness Booth. The Kindness Booth is one of my new favorite little books. So it's all rainy and gloomy, and the two girls in the story are sort of bored, but they want to do something, and so they decide to make a kindness booth. And they go outside and they make a little booth, sort of like a lemonade stand. But they say, we will, help you with something. We want to be kind today, and it's all free. And so somebody comes up and says, will you walk my dog? And so, being the kind little girls they are, they walk the dog. And then somebody else needs help, weeding the garden. And so they go help and do that too. So as they go through the whole book, they do all these different kinds of kindnesses. But then it starts to rain again, and they're sad. But then everybody comes out to tell them thank you for helping. So it's a really cool book at the end. All right, and throughout the whole thing, actually, the illustrations are beautiful. All right, now that you got your pieces cut out, I've got my little arms up here, and you can make him do whatever you want him to do. Okay, you can make it go straight. You can make him, like he's cheerleading. Yay! You can have him going one way or the other. Same thing with his legs. He can be dancing a little bit. He can just be standing still, however you want him. Let's make him not pigeon-toed. All right, so we're going to have all of that to glue together. Our eyeballs, since we have this large space, we really want his eyes to be big. It would look really silly to have two little itty bitty eyeballs there. So I'm going to fold this over, and if you have something circular nearby, like a roll of tape, you could trace it and then maybe make it a little smaller than that, because a roll of tape would give you a big circle. And remember what I've always said, you can make things smaller, but you can't make them bigger unless you have to start over. So I'm going to make a fairly large eyeball. So we're going to place that on my little spot of kindness, and what do you think? Too big, right? Definitely too big. So I'm going to put them on top of each other again, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and go in and just go all the way around again, taking and trimming it off just a little bit to see whether the eyeballs are now the size I like. Probably still a little bit too big, so we're going to try it one more time. And that will probably be just about perfect, and we'll be able to take our glue stick and finish him off. Now, I've seen some other spots of kindness in different places where I look for crafts, and I see some that draw hair and some that put like toenail polish on him. Sometimes they do all kinds of different things. So be creative with this. It doesn't just have to be the items that I give you. All right, so if you've got extra construction paper at home, you could definitely add hair up there. You could give him a hat. That would be cute. Okay, so I'm going to overlap my eyes just a little bit here. I'm going to put in my Be Kind smile. I've seen where some people color in the different spots different, the different little spaces on the Be Kind, and that was pretty cute. Now you can glue your arms in front or behind. I tend to like my arms to be glued in behind what I'm gluing, or what shape I'm making here, so I'm just going to put my arms like this, like he's waving maybe a little bit. Hi. And then we're going to put our legs pretty much standing pretty straight. We'll put a little glue there. See what I'm doing? I put the glue there, then I just slide it up underneath that shape, and there's his legs. All right, we definitely need to go ahead and give him eyeballs so he can see out. Okay, give him a little nose, give him some, everybody has eyelashes, okay? Give him maybe some little fingers or claws here. Maybe he's wearing like knee socks, okay? So we're gonna give him these little spots down his leg. And then the rest is up to you to be creative, okay? If you've got extra paper, you could draw hair. I mean, I could maybe even take some brown here and we could color in some hair here. Have a part in the middle and the hair comes on down. So this is something you could do. Okay, that looks sort of cute. She's got some hair. Could make a bow to put in her hair. All kinds of good creative ideas. There she is. All right, so now I've got a brother and a sister of the little kindness spots, the little kindness dots. All right, what do you think, boys and girls? Here he is. He's a little bee, or she's a little Be Kind spot of kindness. All right, thanks for watching me here at the Crafty Corner. Join me again next week, because you know what? I'm going to have another craft for you. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye now.